Hi guys, welcome back to Model Image. I am over the moon over the pieces that I'm about to show you. I have two new designer vintage bags. I have some vintage jackets and pants that I want to style for you. And so if you want to see what I got and see how I style them, then do stay tuned. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed, I'd love if you subscribe to my channel and give this video a like if you liked it. And let's go into the video. So I'm just gonna go straight into the designer handbags that I have added to my collection. So the first bag is Gucci, and I have managed to step outside of the Ophidia range. And the one I picked up is this vintage Jackie O in the black monogram canvas bag. And this is just gonna be so versatile. It is casual. It does hold a lot from the size of it. And so this I'm looking forward to. I did see the Jackie O bags before in the Ophidia line, and it was restrained. I didn't get it, but I've been looking out for this bag for quite a while. So now that they have reissued the Jackie O bag, we're now being able to see a few more on the vintage market. So I'm glad to pick this up. And so that's just the size of it. It will be a good everyday bag that I can throw and hold a lot of things inside. So this is silver hardware. Typically I don't go for bags with silver hardware, but I'm not offended by this. This is more like a black chrome type of hardware. It doesn't stick out that much, so it doesn't offend me. But I really like this, and I'm looking forward to taking this about. So this is the first of my vintage handbags. Again, with the reissues, I don't know. Whenever there's a reissue, I just enjoy going on the vintage market and seeing what dupe I can find. Because I just love participating in fashion. I love the new releases, but I'm also very frugal. So I'm not going to go out and get the latest and greatest, but I love being able to participate by getting the vintage versions of these styles. And the one I have, secondly, is by Christian Dior. And this is the toted around vintage bobby bag. This is in the black and brown. It's in a really good condition. I've stuffed it, to keep its shape. But I just love this little bag. The drawback with vintage bags, they don't adjust. So it is, built into the body of the bag, so I won't be able to adjust it. But in terms of the length, it's not a bad length on me. Can't really see it, but I just love this. I did see this bag before, but it was in the honeycomb monogram print, and I'm not so much a fan of the honeycomb monogram print. So when I saw this leather version, and I'm like, this is the bobby bag. Definitely. So, and it's in such good condition, so I definitely went ahead and picked this up. Now this will come in handy with the other vintage finds that I have right here. I just looked back at it, and it's actually 3 pants and 2 jackets. I edited the stuff that I found. I just wanted to stick to the ones that I know I wanted to style for you. And that's why I picked these out of, what I did pick up for myself. So the first item I'm gonna show you is just this green tapered pants. It has the little cuffs right here, and it is a pleated front pants. The back is just a plain, and it goes all the way down. You can get this now on regular markets, but typically when they come back out, like with Zara, it doesn't seem to fit my proportions as well as the vintage styles does, because I'm a bit athletic built where my hips are more trim. A lot of the pants, it has all this wide space for hips, and I just tend to find better fits in the vintage versions. So I did go ahead and pick this up, which I'll style for you in the end. The next item I picked up is in the same vein as that one, but this is like in a khaki. And it's just like a khaki in the same style, similar style. It is pleated. Again, it's with the tapered leg. This one is not with a cuff, but it's just a nice structured, like tapered leg pants. Again, the proportions were right, which is the most exciting part for me. And this has just like a pocket in the back right here. But I've been trying to find pants like these, and they have not been fitting me the way I want them to, that to make it, more flattering on my shape. So when I saw these, these are always at the back of my mind. When I go, vintage shopping, there's certain styles and pieces that I have in the back of my mind that I'm like, I'd love to find. So when I saw both of those, it was like jackpot. I finally was able to check that off of my list. I do have that type of style in a black linen pants that I found before, which I loved. So adding these to the collection, I can't wait to show you. I can't wait to style these. So the next item I got is a pair of leather pants, and this is it's not as high-waisted as I'd wanted, and it's a straight leg. It's not crazy vintage. This is by BCBG Max Azaria, but you can tell that it's an older style. So I'm not sure when they made this. Probably like 2000s. And that's what it looks like. Last year fall, I looked like crazy for leather pants to fit. The proportions again just weren't great on me, and leather, it has to fit right to look good. And I'm just glad I finally found one that fits me. So I'm looking forward to styling this as well. Now, I have two jackets here that I am absolutely dying over. When I saw them, I couldn't, again, both in the same location. I couldn't believe my eyes. The first one is a vintage Escada. I like this olive khaki type color. It has buttons on the side, and I just love the shape of this. You can tell it's gonna give a nice cinched waistline, and just with the black accents going through. I really enjoy that. This is the label, if you can see it. And this is in my true size, which is a size 34. And I love picking up vintage Escada pieces. I have a few vintage Escada belts. Their 80s belts are just so dramatic, which I love. So I do have a few of their belts, and I'm always on the hunt for some vintage Escada pieces. So I was just happy to find this one. The final item I have is another jacket, and this is by Donna Karan. This was another one of those brands that were top of the line back in the day. And oh my god, this jacket, look at this. So this is a white white jacket with gold buttons. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. The gold buttons are, these dramatic buttons. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's like this. The shape of it is this square type. They're a square, but they're mounded, and it looks like freaking 24 karat gold plated. They're in such good conditions. Nothing is stripping or peeling on it thus far. And I've already tried this on, and the fit of this is so good. So this is one of those pieces that I'm gonna stay away from anything that will ruin it, because I'm trying to hold on to this as long as possible. So I'll try this on. I'll do a styling for this as well. So I'll go ahead and style these up for you. So guys, this is the first look. This is how these pants fit. They were pretty much made for me. I'm not sure if you can see my feet, but I just styled it with these square toe Charles David. Got these in the height of the square toe trend. I just love how it laced up on the foot, and I'm just styling it with this cropped little sweater. I love the details on this here, and I'm styling it with my vintage Ferragamo belt. I love the little gold details on the side. So this is how I'd style this. And then if I put my bobby bag with this, oh my god, this is such a good look. I am loving this bag even more now. It just fit right in. Of course, you can see this is where it hits me just naturally by the hip. So it's a good length. I'm not sure if I'd want it any shorter than this. I'm 5'4", so this is where this hits me, but I like this. I like this a lot, and I just love how these pants fit. Not too much room in the hips, perfect on the waist, perfect on the legs going down as well. So I just love this. So this is look number one. Now I have another belt if I wanted to go a little more casual. It was a toss-up, and I wanted to try that just as a pop of color. And that is my Dior monogram belt. So this is with the Christian Dior belt. It's a little more casual, but I do like the two-tone with the blue here. And with this, I mean, I could keep the same shoes on, or I could switch it up and put a different pair of shoes on. Let's say, like, just these little mules, I think would also work well with it. So this is like look number one. So this is look number two. I have a few belts and shoes options that I couldn't decide on for this. Right now, this is just a vintage Escada belt, and I threw it on with my vintage Chanel block heel shoes. And so far, this is how this is, and this is just a Zara turtleneck shirt sleeve thing. Should fix it better than that. But this is how this one fits. This also fits really nicely as well, with a nice tapered length or narrowness on the leg. But I would also try these shoes, and these are just a pair of Gianni, what do you call it? Gianni beanie. And these are just a suede pair of Gianni beanie. And these are just some slip-on kitten heels, which if I'm gonna do this, however, I think I'd change the belt. I have this vintage belt, and this is how this one fits. So it's the same vibe, but this is just a different tone of brown that I could do with this as well. But it's very tone on tone. So the other option, well, I do have the Dior belt in this colorway, is the red colorway. So I could do this, which I also like. As well as I have this green vintage belt, just as like a pop of color that I think is nice as well. And I have these I can't decide, these little Carlos Santana what do you call it, Manolo wannabes that I think would really look good with this look. The good thing is I have options for these pants. So there are a lot of ways You know, a lot of pairings that I could do for this. So yeah, I do like this. But is it what, the green belt or this belt? Let's go with this for now. So just playing with the color tones a little bit. I could do just this like almost pistachio green belt, and then just throw it on with these like gold champagne shoes. I thought this would look really well with like this vintage Fendi bag, because it's really casual but the colors play so nicely together. I think this would be a really good combination. So this is how I definitely throw this on. And you see, I put the outfits together. I know what I'm wearing. It's the belt, the shoes, and the bag that usually, you know, take an extra 20 minutes to decide. But I really like this. So the throwing in of the pistachio green with this bag, and I think this is a combination I'd go for. Yeah. So for my leather pants look, I had found this Versace dupe shirt. This is by Loft, and I think this would be, you know, a nice bold choice for these pants. This is how they fit me. This has like a teeny little pocket on this side, which I didn't even notice. So, and then I have these faux, can you see? These faux Balenciagas, and these are by Nina's, this faux Balenciaga knife boots thing. And this is just a nice casual dinner out type outfit. And yeah, I think the Dior boy goes nicely with this as well, with my Balenciaga knife boots, knife shoes. So yeah, so this is just a quick, easy throw on, stick into the black family. Just put a little pattern with it. Again with my vintage bobby, and quick and easy styling for these leather pants. Yeah. So an easy way to style jackets is just by throwing on a dress. I've had this little bodycon dress for ages, and just throwing this on, I think with my Escada jacket, just like this, would be such a good throw on and go outfit. Then I could just throw on like a little booty type thing. If it's fall, could easily do the knife shoes as well. Or if you wanted to toughen it up a little bit, I have like this leather skirt. This is if I put it on with like a leather skirt. If I just wanted to do like a two-piece rather than wearing the dress, then I could still style it with just a leather skirt and it still looks really fun. This is such a cute jacket. So for the final look, I just decided to pair this slip dress with some sneakers if you want it more casual, and just throw the jacket over it. And this is just a nice casual look. We could put it back with my vintage Fendi and just play tone on tone if we're going, you know, casual. Or we could go back to my Carlos Santana little heels here and just switch out the sneakers for these heels. I have my little snakeskin Bottega bag, vintage Bottega bag, that I could just, you know, carry as a clutch like this. I'm in a very I need to go out for dinner vibes. I mean, we're moving into December and, you know, the festivities that may or may not happen. I can at least have a small dinner or something social distanced. And this will be just the easiest thing to just throw on and go. The jacket buttoned up. This is what it looks like buttoned up. It's just a really nice silhouette. It just glides over the body. You know, you can always put this with jeans as well and like play it down. But I think for this look, it's definitely an open jacket kind of look. So just leave it open and relaxed, and yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching. That has been my vintage haul and my fabulous new designer bag additions to my collection. Let me know in the comments below which of the outfits was your favorite. And also, if you haven't yet subscribed, I'd love if you could join the family by subscribing. And don't forget to give the video a like if you liked it. And I'll see you in the next one.